Hi, I'm David Kuehn, Executive Director of Cotuit Center for the Arts. Our mission here is to be a welcoming hub for Cape Cod's artists, performers, students, and audiences working together to make the creation and experience of art accessible, nurturing, and thrilling for all. So a lot of people are very interested in what's going on on our campus, especially on Route 28. It's been very busy lately. And what happened was last fall in October, we came to work one day and there was a giant sign on the gas station next to our property that said public auction coming up in 2 weeks. And we had always coveted the idea of acquiring the property adjacent to ours in order to someday expand, and we want to do more for the community. And the gas station and the dilapidated bakery next to it suddenly on the auction block at the worst possible time, because we had just completed a strategic plan with our board that we published saying that for the next 3 or 4 years we would be doing nothing but becoming more financially sustainable, keeping our nose to the grindstone. We called the board and the former board president and decided that the opportunity was too great. And we didn't know if we had the capacity to actually successfully acquire the properties at the auction. So we only had 2 weeks to go out to some of our major donors, some of our supporters, and the support was really overwhelming. The idea that we could beautify this section of Route 28, clean up the gas station to make it more environmentally sound, and get rid of the really terrible eyesore that the bakery had become. So we just went for it, went to the auction a few weeks later, and were the proud owners of a gas station and a bakery. So we decided to call that project Phase 1. So we successfully raised $600,000, which allowed us to buy both properties, and now we're ready to actually launch a serious capital campaign sometime, hopefully before the end of the year. But what we are doing is we're actively embarking on Phase 2 of the project, which is to raise enough money to do all of the planning of the campus, to do all of the legwork we need to do with the town, to figure out what we want to do in our future, all of the engineering, the excavation of some of the landscape. And we also want to, in Phase 2, turn the gas station into a ceramic studio. It has great bones and we can rehab it pretty easily, we think, and would love to have those classes for pottery right on Route 28. So we feel like we're going to have a really popular ceramic studio here as part of Phase 2. So between now and the end of the year, we're going to be going out and trying to raise money for Phase 2, and at some point we will announce our big plan. Speaking of the big plan, we have big dreams here. We believe that we have an opportunity to expand everything we do. As I mentioned before, we are bursting at the seams. The community is really asking for this expansion. What we'd like to do is build new classrooms so that we have sufficient place to do all of our educational outreach and all of the arts education that we are really known for, but we just don't have the space to do. And then we also would like to build a 400-seat state-of-the-art theater in addition to the current main stage theater, which holds about 180 seats. We can do more things like ballroom dancing. We have tons of requests for rentals for things like weddings or parties. We'll be able to do more of that. And most importantly, we'll be able to feature and hire more local musicians to do concerts that we're just not able to do right now because of our challenges with our programming. We also want to build an outdoor beer garden and a performance space. So we've got lots of big plans. Stay tuned, and we really appreciate all the support from everyone in the community. There are so many ways to get involved at Cotuit Center for the Arts. If you would like to be a volunteer, you can sign up on our website. Someone will call you and welcome you, and there are tons of opportunities for as much or little time as you have to offer. If you're interested in contributing to the capital campaign, you can reach me at david@cotuitcenterforthearts.org. There's tons of information on our website as well, cotuitcenterforthearts.org.